I bought this clock in December of 2016 with the intent of fixing it, but I never got around to doing it, and today I'm finally going to be doing just that. The problem has to do with the escapement not being aligned properly with the pendulum rod. The pendulum appears to be bouncing off something invisible over on its left, but that's actually the escapement hitting the escape wheel. I've zoomed out a bit so you can get a better idea of what's going on. By moving the pendulum back and forth with my hand, I'm finding out where the tick and the tock noise is coming from on the swing of the pendulum. And to give you a better idea of what I'm doing, I'm going to show you the same thing but on a different clock that's easier to see what I'm doing exactly. Using the numbers on the plate, you can properly adjust the beat of the clock. Normally, the pendulum would rest in between the two ones on the plate, but now it's resting over the first one on your right. So when the pendulum's at rest, it's right there, but it's really supposed to be right there in the middle. This is why our mantle clock is off beat and it won't run. When our pendulum is swinging, it needs to be going on both halves of the plate, but right here it's only staying on the right half. Now I'm doing what I did earlier, using my hand to move the pendulum and finding out when the clock ticks. Now we can make some adjustments in the clock. Okay, first here I'm going to take off the pendulum, and when I do that you can see that the suspension ring and pendulum rod are leaning to the right a little bit. This is also what happened in the other clock I just showed you. This should be the normal resting rate, right there. That's where it normally should be, and right there is where it actually is, and we need to fix that. What needs to be adjusted is the actual pendulum rod, which is connecting the suspension spring to the escapement, and it's that thing that's poking out right there that I'm tapping with my screwdriver, and that's what we're going to be adjusting. I've taken the movement out of the case, and what I'm moving right now with my fingers, that is the pendulum rod which is connected to the escapement. This is an overhead view of the escapement. What I'm doing is I'm pushing the pendulum rod connected to the escapement over a bit, and it's friction fitted on there, so you're actually adjusting the pendulum rod while keeping the escapement in the same place. That way you can adjust the beat of the clock. Okay, I'm replaying that same clip, and you're going to push the pendulum rod up against the plate of the clock, and you should feel it move. And so that's how you're going to fix it. You want to be in the center like this. Once you have it centered up, go ahead and put the pendulum back on and start the clock, and make sure it's on beat, which means it's making an even tick-tock and it doesn't sound off beat. So I've done that, and I'm making micro adjustments, and if you can't get it exactly right, don't worry, you can put pennies under the feet of the clock to help adjust the beat too. If you do have any questions, please comment them in the comments, and please like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thank you.